there once in a while. I might not be there at the same times that you are, but I'm also a healthy lifestyle coach. And a lot of the work that I do involves stress reduction and mindfulness. So I'm super excited today to share a meditation with you and some tips on how to stay mentally fit during the pandemic. And we have a half hour today, so we're going to see how much time we have, but I'm always happy to answer questions along the way. So just to kind of start, first part where we're going to meditate, and then we can unmute and have some conversations in the latter part. But if you can, does anyone use the chat? Could everybody just quickly type in the chat box how they're just feeling today? And I say today because what I'm noticing talking to clients and running lots of groups, that emotions are changing day to day, feelings are changing by the minute. And so let's just do a really quick check-in where you are literally right now. And if you could type that in the chat box, we can see. If you don't know where the chat box is, go down to the bottom. There's a menu, and there you can see the little chat icon. So we have content. Give it a minute. Kind of angry about the current situation, anxious but grateful. Good so far today. Had a great workout with Mel and the crew this morning. Content, motivated. Anybody else still coming? Okay, so you can see it's really across the board. And what I'm going to ask you is take what you need. Good today, but agree day to day, hour to hour can sometimes be a roller coaster. Totally agree with that. And don't feel surprised if that's the case. A lot when you're not as busy and distracted, it gives yourself and your mind lots of time to bring up all that stuff that you've been running from. So if a lot of stuff is coming up for you, that is very normal and very expected. And I might recommend, if it feels okay to you, to use it as a time to sit down and learn from that, as opposed to just kind of burying it away again and again. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little meditation. I'm gonna put some music on. I wanna make sure you can hear this okay. Okay. And I'm gonna invite you to just close your eyes and settle in whatever is comfortable for you. You could be lying down, you could be sitting, could even be standing. But just start slowing down your breath and breathing deeply. Notice what it feels like to be still. Notice that your body will start to soften. And we're going to start breathing in and breathing out for 4 seconds. I will guide you and count for you. As I count the first 4, you'll breathe in. As I count the next 4, you'll breathe out. And we will do this for 3 rounds. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4. Now keeping your eyes closed and continuing to breathe. I'd like you to bring to mind an image of someone you love very much. Someone who naturally makes you smile. Imagine this person and remember that just like you, This person is probably struggling in some way right now with everything going on. This situation is affecting us all in very different ways. So this person might need some extra TLC right now. Maybe a little extra latitude, as we all react differently in times of stress. While breathing deeply, we will offer some words to this person. I will say a line and you can repeat it either aloud or to yourself. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you meet our current challenges with strength and kindness. Take a breath and imagine how it feels for your loved one to receive these blessings. Now think about your family, recognizing that they too are feeling the strains of this uncertain time. They may be far away or they may be at home with you, but there's challenges either way. Let's offer them these same wishes. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you meet our current challenges with strength and kindness. Take a breath and imagine how it feels for them to receive these blessings. Throughout this meditation, it's okay if your mind wanders. It's totally normal. Just keep bringing it back to the breath. Now think about your friends and your community. Recognize that they too are feeling confusion and overwhelm, the same that you might be feeling. They too are struggling to make sense of what is going on in the world. They too are feeling differently with each new day. We offer them these same blessings. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you meet our current challenges with strength and kindness. Imagine how they feel when they receive these blessings. And now think about the entire world. Many parts of the world right now are dealing with fear, isolation, illness, and loss. Let's offer the whole world these same wishes. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you meet our current challenges with strength and kindness. As we near the end of this meditation, I would like to offer these blessings to you. May you and your loved ones be healthy. May you and your loved ones be safe. May you and your loved ones meet our current challenges with strength and kindness. Let's take one more deep breath. Open your eyes and smile in gratitude for this wonderful community that we are all part of. We're going to move on to the next part of our little spiritual journey today. And I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. I'm going to ask a question, and you're just going to answer the question to yourself. I'm going to give you maybe 20 seconds or so to think about it, so don't feel like you have to rush. So again, just close your eyes, and let's start with, what am I grateful for today? The next question is, who do I want to connect with today? The next question is, how can I release any judgments, anger, or frustrations today? How can I best nourish my body today? And the last question is, how can I feed my soul today? I'd like to invite you back, and it's a good time to unmute. So before we talk about ways to stay mentally fit during this time, actually we're going to jump into it. One of the most important things is to not feel alone and to connect and share, to talk and listen with other people. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to send you into breakout rooms. If you haven't done this before with Zoom, you'll see a little button. It will take you into a room with a couple of people. And I'm going to give you about 4 minutes just to talk, but to listen. So if you could each take a turn talking and listening, and then we'll come back together as a group. So hold on 1 second.
So at least one person talks at a time. Is that the objective?
That is, to do the best you can. Now, I think, Mel, because you're the administrator, I'm not seeing the breakout room function. Is that on your computer? On the bottom?
What would it look like?
Yeah, I don't see it either.
You don't see it either? Okay. It could be my version of Zoom has a different.
Sorry about that, Lisa.
That's okay. That's not a problem. You know, we'll do something else then. So we're a small group, so we can talk and share to ourselves. So let's just take a turn of each person, maybe just talking, you know, what's going on for you and just sharing. And this is also a great way for you to get to know some of you, the members in the community. So we'll just, if you just raise a hand and pop right in and just say maybe, you know, something that's a challenge and something that's going really well. Okay, anybody want to start?
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know, I definitely feel anxiety and uncertainty. I don't know how long things are going to last like this. Don't know exactly what it means. And, as I said in the chat box, I feel a little bit angry thinking that maybe some of these things could have been preventable. So those are some of the negative feelings I have. But on the positive side, I have spent in the last couple of weeks more quality time with my family than probably I could ever remember. And that's just been, it's actually been kind of fantastic. And when the weather was a little bit better, just getting outside and appreciating that. And with the CrossFit community, I loved morning classes. I mean, I absolutely just love those. And it's something that's a highlight, and it kind of keeps us not only in good shape, but it keeps us connected with other people, which is really nice.
Thank you for that. Just pop in. I don't have to call on somebody. Just go ahead and pop in and go next. Whoever feels like we're all going to get a turn. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel angry at times thinking about, yes, there were times where we could have prevented certain things, but then at times I keep telling myself that rather getting angry at what is gone, but thinking about what is there at the moment with me. I kind of like it being home right now with my kids. I barely see Rahul. He's always in the basement working, but still um, cooking, getting things done for them, spending time with Ria, like my girls. At times, yes, a lot of times I do get angry and I'm like yelling at them. But then at that time, I do feel that if, just take a step back and just, um, think about it, that this is going to end soon. And maybe you won't get this time with your family that you're spending it right now at being home, cooking, playing games, reading. For the first time, I mean, I'm not a good book reader. So my older one, Ria, she gave me a book to start with. And I was so glad I finished in a day. I mean, I started reading. So I was like, that's one thing I started. Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to get out. And of course, for everyone, the morning classes are to go. I've never seen my older one being so excited about it. Like at 7 o'clock, she's the first one. And I'm like, no, this is my turn. This is my phone. I have to get on and see what's the workout. But she's the first one to get on and see Mel's video. And yeah. So that keeps us going. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Who's next? Well, I'll jump in. So one of the challenges that I was feeling was there's so much available to us that's free, free workout and free meditation and free cooking and free learn French. And there was this feeling of, oh my God, I have to do this, but I don't want to do this. And I found that there is an overwhelm of all these things we feel like we should be doing and we're supposed to be doing. And I basically said, I need to do what I need to do, which is slow down and do less. And so that was a challenge. And I'm going to agree with Stuart, like the family time, the slower time has been divine. And I'm not going to ever discount that. So I would say that's my challenge and my things I'm liking.
I have to say, some of the challenging times have just been to what Stuart said, as the uncertainty of things. Like, when do we get to open back up? And we have so many families in kind of the same position we're in. They're small business owners. They can't keep their memberships. They still want to connect to the community. So kind of puts like a damper on what we do. But I do have to agree with the fact that I love getting up every morning. I love making the videos. The kids' classes bring me so much joy, which I've never done before. And to what I told Lisa and Stu earlier, our girls, I've never connected with them more. I think because they're so unscheduled right now and they just kind of can do their own thing. We're not telling them when to do stuff. We just are on a whole other level with them. They want to work out with us. They get their work done when on their own time. It's pretty cool. So yeah, there's just so much to be grateful for, even though it's so uncertain and so crazy.
All right. I do this all day long with others in another environment. This is the best thing going. You know, the challenges are, I just don't feel like I do enough, you know, and that's what, because it feels like there's so much time for stuff, and then I just stop and I say, Jesus, I'm so freaking lucky. I get this thing in the morning where I get to see my favorite person in the world, Mel, every morning, and I get to practice keeping my mouth shut, you know, because part of this thing is you know, I'm around all day long, and you know, everyone doesn't want to hear what I have to say all the time, and I have to be here and learn to listen. And that's what this is because I don't know, I feel like that everything I've been doing the last few years has prepared me for this, you know, because this is, I'm here to help others. That's all I do. I try to be of service to everyone around me, my kids, my wife, you know, and the CrossFit community, man. This is awesome. I stay on there. We stay on with Mel's thing on days after, just shooting the breeze for, you know, there's mornings that we're on there for like 30, 40 minutes. Pat, I love that guy. He's just sitting there on a thing, just hanging out. Because you know what? It's what you said, Lisa. We all just want to connect. And I am, you know, Jen and I are so grateful for this thing, and, you know, and just for the friends here. You know, like even right now, I hadn't seen Michelle yet. So pumped to just see her, you know, and just to see and to connect with people that you haven't seen. And, you know, and Laura, you're so psyched you joined this, you know, whatever it is 2 months ago, because then now you're here every day. It's freaking awesome. So it's good stuff. Thanks for doing this, Lisa.
Pleasure. You need to unmute, Laura. I think yeah, I see your lips moving.
I was just going to say, Jim, thank you so much for saying that, because I just feel I emailed Mel saying I feel like I hit the gold mine joining this group a month before the pandemic. I'm so lucky to have this, and thank you guys for welcoming me, and you're all so inspiring, and I feel you guys are so supportive, especially for a newbie like me. I tried to do CrossFit in Syracuse, where I had a job for 3 years, and the gym was I by accident didn't understand the workout, and I shared someone's ab mat or something, and I got told on, and it was such a feeling of feeling horrible to be, you know, like I was just inexperienced, and you guys haven't made me feel that way at all. You've just been so supportive. So thank you so much. Thank you, Mel.
All right, guys, I'll go. I am grateful that because I work in healthcare, that I'm still able to work and still able to help people and serve people, especially at this time of need. So my main focus right now is doing everything that I can to stay healthy, so that way I can continue to help people, you know, patients, family, friends, everybody that is a stakeholder for me. So my main focus is just doing everything that I can do to be as healthy as possible. And obviously the workouts have been a huge component, not only physically, but as said before, just even though we can't all be in the same space together, we are, you know, virtually in the same space together. And just knowing that we're all kind of doing the same thing at the same time really does help bring that cohesive sense of community that, you know, that's one of the huge reasons that Daybreak has been so successful, not just, you know, physically, but also mentally and emotionally. So very thankful and grateful to have that opportunity, because I know it's a cornerstone for myself, being the best version of myself and staying healthy, especially in a time like this. So thank you.
Yeah. Michelle, unmute so we can hear you.
Yes, hi. So I am, like others, grateful for a slower pace and the time I have with my kids. we've been playing a lot of games, going for walks, watching movies together. That's been nice, and not having to run around to their various sports activities after my workday ends. That's been nice. Challenge though is definitely appreciating the time that I have with them as they're going crazy in the background while I'm trying to work. And another challenge definitely being, like you said, Lisa, all the resources out there. So when school ended, you know, I quickly got overwhelmed with what am I going to do? And then, you know, got to work, set up a schedule, started browsing all of the resources that were out there and available, and very appreciative of all of the companies that are doing things for free, but then quickly got overwhelmed with, oh my God, there's just way too much out there. How am I going to fill the day? Which then got me to say, okay, I'm just going to pick a few things and see what works, change it up as we go. And so now I think we're sort of settling into a good place now. This week's been better for all of us, I think. But, you know, again, like others have said too, it then brings, you know, okay, we're settling into a good place, but how long is this going to last? You know, is it going to be May, June? You know, when are we going to be back to normal? Hopefully soon.
Lynn or Brandy, would you like to share? Don't feel, only if you feel inclined.
So this is Lynn. I struggle with, I have teenagers, so, you know, it's hard to keep them motivated. And in the beginning, I was really trying hard and focusing on, okay, I need to make a schedule. I need to keep them on task. I need to, you know, worry about their mental health because they're sad because they do want to be in school. Not so much for the learning part, but to see their friends. So working on that, and then also walking around and nagging to get my son off the games and YouTube. And, you know, I worry about his mental health because he will sit there and play the computer all day long if I'm not sitting there telling him not to. But I am happy that my past profession allowed me to kind of organize our lives and get them into a good, it seems like we're getting into a good routine. And what I'm learning is just to give them a list of what my expectations are for the day and then just leaving them alone. And that's been a struggle for me to leave them alone because I do like to micromanage it. But I'm afraid that it's going to cause a problem on our relationship because they are in a time when I'm trying to, you know, have a relationship with the kids and you know, have some trust and want them to be in my presence and not running from it. So that's where the struggle is now, is just trying to figure out how do you have the balance of being a mom, but also being a listener.
Okay.
And of course, I'm grateful for the CrossFit stuff. I mean, I have them doing that as part of our routine. I wake up, I do the workout, and then I have them doing the workout, and that's been a really good thing for us. Yeah, that's it.
I think Brandy. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, it's my turn. I was getting a little bit emotional hearing everyone's stories, what their challenges were and what they were grateful. I'm trying not to get emotional myself, but it's been really rough. I've noticed that I'm not, like the whole social distancing thing, I'm definitely doing, but I'm more isolated, which I've noticed like there's a difference, and it's not good. So I'm working towards finding more connection. I'm not really on social media, so I'm just trying to like take small steps to go in the direction to connect with others virtually. So it's not just distancing. So it's not just isolation, but it's just distancing, if that makes sense. But yeah, things have been rough, challenging. I live alone. I'm a single mother, and I'm just home with my 9-year-old son and our puppy. And so everything is on me. I go to school full time, and they're all science courses. And my son, I have to help him with his virtual learning. And I have extra challenges. I have ADD, and that can make it difficult to like prioritize or time management, those kind of symptoms. So having this time is great, but it's also kind of difficult for me to manage. But things that are going well is obviously the CrossFit community. I'm very grateful for the fact that, you know, I have this opportunity to connect with you guys right now and open up, which is something kind of difficult for me because I usually keep to myself. So I'm really grateful for the CrossFit community, and I guess just having like, I don't have any injuries, so I'm able to work out. I'm able to release that stress and be able to cope with any of the challenges that we're all experiencing. So having that is like really good.
Wow. Well, thank you, Brandy, and everyone for sharing. And thank you all for listening, because I think that one of the most beautiful things that this CrossFit community brings is community. And that I love how everyone's working out, but those 5 minutes in the morning when you get there and just check in with people, see how they're doing, that's part of the harder part, you know, with this distancing. So maybe just close your eyes one last minute, take a few deep breaths, have a little gratitude for this community, for Zoom that can help people still stay together, and that we're all healthy. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and give a big smile and just thank everyone for joining us today. And I wish you a beautiful day.
Hey, thank you. We're all in this together.
Thank you, Lisa. That was awesome.
Lisa,
Thank you
really.
very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lisa. It was nice to see all your faces.
Nice to see you.
No, so good, Michelle.